Right, Sky Power Radio and TV Services Studios, West Yorkshire, Leeds, Stencil, Mount Mustapha Jammeh. Assalamualaikum baring olung al kontom mobeda wada anibe watu on Sky Power Radio and TV Services laboran giberal bedauda kalbe kontom kal bismillah na program omen kaso jang lokong ninyan tembensita jamano yon lengal padi malam Mustapha Jammeh membesiri program o kun nanyen tembe al demaro to muntana jam bokki degul kati nyolendene fiji Sky Power Radio and TV Services by coach studio West Yorkshire Leeds Stencil Mount that's in Mustapha Jammeh Nekalen Fiji Rajabi at Facebook YouTube channels yep. Bismillah student put the program be jamano and aka kalifi makininga hamle nyingi studio jamano jini. Yo, dong lambat lani jiwa komen dalta ka kenya membayar ngaluntam punya ngol Minnesota jang pinni along ko dol na golman na ibe silo kang mo killing bija mi along ati amang kaluntam bari jang akana janne wati alma metal bi adolo luntam di bari alfal minni kataram fe jang killing bol kono Sulaiman jang lopung katara janne bar komen dalta ka kenya men se ibola ining lambat lani jiwa la nyo kontong no bodo je sina dung kaca kono bi kaca be diala bake inshallah comme niñ ko baaxoo di defee rek Souleymane ñu bàyyi la nga nuyoo mbokki déglukat yi jamono ji Sow.
jërëjëf Mustapha asalaamaaleykum mbokki déglukat yi ak ñi ñooy seetaan maa ngi leen a nuyu képp ku nekk si yéen sa tur ak sa sant ak sa wàccuwaay maa ngi bismillah suma broda Almami Taal si programme bi tey di ko ne jaajëf welcome Mr. Taal.
Jërëjëf Sol kon Sulaiman kon Mr. Taal thanks for honoring the invitation ñu bàyyi la yow it nga nuyoo bu la ci gënal la daal laaka bu la ci gënal la because the program will be recorded on audio and there's a possibility that it will be aired in the Gambia in one of the radio stations so kan wo kan buñaate la be comfortable de kan wo kan na manika kan surwa kan we can blend it on Mr. Taal.
I'm fanan content about pour kakafu kachatu bi bal mo betentula mbe jayila la moy dal amin minu ben bi ben kan on social media
yo ina mbara wake Mr. Taal butum bi nakacha ngom ko lafta nga min jibe Sol wolom politic of almame bring a message nyin kiate te fanan ningala idea na ko politic of ideas values and performance Mr. Taal wolefo okay ndronga fonko politic of personal attack status and position ni wofo ni lafta ka a summarize mandika kango wala lafta ka element mandika kango osura kango kolom politico mi alonko ngadara nyo baindo la ko kono wala nyo yento la ko kono wala politico mi alonko mo la kebaro wala ka mo le yera kuma kankono politique bo xamne dañoo ngañante wa tingel ben Souleymane suñne politique o almame suma ifa ni sinano iteya follow min kumayata ni ko politico fan maybe ala definition of kumala jambake ni ko politico muno mu politico ti almame
politico ka fo sutu mato dron wole mu doku façon mi alon ko ni e nyaton ko tombong ye place o diala ye dépasse o diala anyanta kol minu kela politiko wuluta wole nyama ka fo komanto tuba bankol kono be jele ye mansa bal soto lenu bankolu to bari inataje ko molbe nyanto be nyanto ning modo nyanto fanan be ka nyantale ka fo mi human rights wole nyim politique façon on tolbe lafta min ka cala bi wole ya nafe nan ka fodron ko politiko mu kuleti hadamadingol kake pour ka ila dunia ka samba nyato ila dunia isa tamandino nyamen abe kana bambu luale koto parce que ni man loi soto politiko keo abuka fair parce que man saya mo muketa fengolti andum kumayata dron pour nimbe tamandiro kela sako banku tamandiro wala sate tamandiro wala kafu tamandiro wolbe sulata nyim jamano politiko la tamandir nyala fengo fembe kela politiko la karola anyanta kela sarato miyalonko mobe d'accord tala sonta ko ha ntolla kafo wala na banko cool kat tamala tenne andu ni mo lafta pour ka nyaton kaya soto anyanta fanam pour ka mol nyininka pour yo makamo diala so pour ka ko fatam fancy demanding wole mu drong ni man sa dawda ya fo nun janne ako ni man kuke kutela wole mu atela ala yamaroto ni démocratie kacabe keka so politiko ni démocratie to lekata nyola so andung ibe tuta hadamadingol le bulu drom mbele kanyanta bankoto mbele wulu nyakilingo soto mbele fanan la dépasso kadung mansa kondabulu
kumara bake almame komiya funyameng in summary wolong mol damalena imaranya woto wo ala kuma mamira dandula betarara because the fenkiling woko kuma ya bake wolong fengo min ya lonko ay mol ma surtout banku dingol ani fengo min ya lonko banku dingol ma min ya lonko imman sembo soto womu kuleti min ya lonko jama akan sula bake okay Suleiman ninna to sunyewe ci yow sunye politique of national attack manam politique bo xamne ifi ngañante def ci bokk Suleiman lolu naka ko
well first of all comme ñu njëkka waxtaan rek lan mooy politique comme ni ko almaami waxee ci soose xam nga generally suñ waxee politique rek ku nekk xelam dafay daw ci ay woote ay tànna kilifa ñoo xam ne ñoo ñooy jiite ci doxal suñu réew ak di garder o di toppatoo suñu alali réew mi comme naama ñu ñëpp di fay ñan ñoo ko wara garder ñan ñoo ko wara toppatoo naka lañ ko spende ak all those things so generally loolu yàgg na depuis before tubaab bi ñëw suñu maam yi dañ ko daan def ñoomi neen dañ daan daje si pencama ñu toog ñu waxtaan ñu nangu wante ne diw moo war a jiitu diw moo war a jiitu ok dem nañ ba tollu ci ay jamono léegi politique dafa nekk mbir moo xam ne ñi ci ëppa doole dañ gisee politique comme like business la boo buggee tekki yoon bi gën a gaaw pour nga tekki mooy nga dugga ci politique o nga am public office boo duggee ci loolu rek xam nga di nga mun a tekki tie sonnuloo loolu mooy tekki boobu mooy jël alali nguur gi o alali mbooloo mi nga ko jëfandikoo yow si sa boppa so loolu nag moo tax nit ñi léegi ku nekk dina soxla place boobu tax na ba duñ dee ñëw mun a waxtaan ci loo xam ne dinañ indi ay xalaat o ay pexe yoo xam ne yooyu moo war a yóbbu réew mi ci kanam o noonu lañ bëgg a doxalee suñ leen tànnee ñu jox leen place yooyu so tax na ba ku nekk dafay xool ne man de damay war a gëstu Mustapha xëy na am na lim defoon bi mu nekkoon xale o waxambaane loo xam ne su ma ko waxee dina rus o nit ñi dinañ ko xeebee o gëstu ci loo xam ne xëy na tuumal ko ci loo xam ne nit ñi xam nga dinañ ko xeebee so loolu moo tax suñ politique bi léegi foofu la toll so dafa tilim so waxtaan bi tey mooy naka la ñuy seetalee politique bi naka la ñuy ñu ni neen comme li société wax nga ñoo yaaya comme like ñu kalante politique bi ñu bañ a uñi wante ñu bañ a tuumalante o ñu bañ a yaxante parce que place bi place yi ñëpp la yow soo fa toogee toogaluloo fa sa boppa sa njëriñi boppa dang fa toog pour njëriñi askan bi yëpp so tey loolu mooy waxtaan bi so man si suma gis-gis bu gàtta politique di ŋàññante politique di yaxante politique di sosante loolu dafa ñaaw dafa tilim te gor waru koo def boo dee gor nga nekk nit koo xam ne am nga ragal te yàlla ci sa biir yooyu waruloo cee duga jërëjëf
am na solo lool malom se almame malon nin naarede kan Suleiman ko politiki yahante ñooti ñaw andum ite ba Gambia le andu ite bi ibi janne as almame komi Gambia dingo almame mi ya lonko ay nyanto suto la wallahi hako suto Gambia la kuto le ku na baka chala Gambia la kuto mantara jankas coming as a public relation officer for United Democratic Party so malum fo Sulemane nyimben fo ala diamo kono ko politiki nganyante nyobayndo ani nyoti nyaw yamero womu politique leti mi alonko abagambe ba nyintembe
no abejanne wo kan ngamira hani tara dunia dawo politique façon o be kerinne bari nka min fo drong wole mu nyanta nga kumo mbe min fola je nga doyandi bake because ni ba kumo fola fango aka munta ika dimba kafule min kuma yatantela jeroto wole mu jumale fango nyanta tala pour kafuko ntela nyanta kala nyaton koti Suleimani ye min foten komanto man sakeo lebe keri wala lasilol lebe keri mini ya lonko wolle ka nyaton kaya hani natara alkali yalla wala almami yalla na komanto ika fole karlen ika jannem almami kundati wala jannemu mansa kundati wo ning fabota je asike adoko wala dingo wala ka keta wo politique façon wo yalla wo sain wo bota dunia kara jamal la so politiko min be kerin sain ikamol jele Suleimani ya fo nyamen itoliaje ko politiko mu nyinindu dulalti amu naful soto dulalti amu dulalti mi yalon ko nakaro anin kajafiro anin kuma kensem fo dal wodron wole be samba no la nyaado andum niaje ni Gambia juben modol wole mu la balurawati kabirin chok lungolum ibe fero nyini kan dawoda bunyata dron yetaje parce que ngaje ko sanji moan anim fula ya Jammeh be mansa yala jan ate mu mansoltinu a sangarata nu ni dia muta e muta ni dia muta na dia ta e fa abe aba ni dia ke kanun Gambia nol kam molu minu ba mako kanun ala patio mol fango bi mo fula be je wolle be na député bungo ñaato wolle ba koma wolle be ñaato mo me ñaato ko speaker anin deputy speaker wolbe mo liye ni ya jamele long ya jame tiñaro min beke jang amanke koma so mo façon olu ibe politiko konole diata wati drog isaje yana ñaato na ta da fabi na banna isaje ba fola mole ko ha ñu manyen na bula jang nga oje janne so politique façon o nga tarale barin tol nyanta min kacala gambia dingo be wole mu politiko mi ya lonko aninna adol aninna dino itata sila killing because nimma oke mimbe kela wole mu kunum tiñaro min keta jang kajafirol min keta jang mo fal min keta jang mol min yake parce que ya jame bukata mola korda kona e fa minu be do ko la koto wolle ka ku façon ken ando hani bi be tamakan kono dolbe kono ye place bal mara dolbe kono fana ye place bal dile hani findita gambia ka bantala so nimba politiko kajala sayin wo mo façon nyanta benga tonya fo nyoy ko karning kari wolle be nyim politique façon ke kan jang ka si fatam fanso na fe ka dina fatam fanso na fe ñu be mu kulati mi ya lonko wo politique façon manyan na min kacala wole ka na fe parce que ngaje janne signa kilinte signa fulante election wato sita mimi ya lonko abenun UDP la president yala a lota mol kan ka foye ko ha na tara UDP election o win atol dolbe selale albe sela Senegal albe sela Guinée kumol mini ya lonko to nyaate je andun amanke kuti mi ya lonko abe banko sambala nyaato so wo politique façon o ani wo politicien façon o hani bibe janne bari nyanta min kala nyanta nganya kasila nga politique kuto nafe mi ya lonko anin na chosano na dino na adol anin wolle be kukilin wole mu limaneyati anin ka nyobatu sakon na alfal anin ka tonyaya anin ka londo fanan nyini parce que ni man londo soto iman tonyaya iman tara alfa batungola iman limaneya foye ke sungoti wala ibe dunna place au place ni futata je drom mimbete nafala ibe wole nafela so walati nante ngamira ñing programme façon li kumayta bake pour ning wati bota nga kuol kacha bari momo e kuo ke jang ko miya lonko amantara jama sambala ñaato ñanta nga CDA ñanta nga wo fanam bondi nga londi mol ñaato ko ñine ñinke jang o manke ko iba kaja fikanne aya kele andung saing molbe sawarde minna minketa kunung molye bata minke kunung molla badigol minu banta kunung ye mol minu batandi kunung e ko wol manyanna fola ye TRRC ya deda ya
okay but almame if I can come in here yalong wolmu malum for if I may call them allegation wolmu kumalete minne yalong ko yefo wolmu jamalle woke anin jamalle wo tombong anin mune ka sabu
no bari nga foyele ko na speaker anin ala deputy wolye minke gambe jang akamunta ntolbe nyina talale Mustapha akamunta wokacha hanibi amanke gambe folo bring President Barrow ikaba iba tolo la jang deputy speaker ko wote kela speaker tata parliament wayatara be majority leader yala ako nga emergency soto Gambia wole political impasse na fe Gambia yalon wokacha Ndede mamoy follow. Hani TRRC amankeje.
I think ila kuma kango asa hayata bake. Kom ila kuma kam follow like ko ninganyin kumolta maybe akadimbale wulindi. Bari for molia for because ningma for ngatu duma abe brukanne so abitala fo wato be sila mo kamfatin abi bajila dong ay nyapi mo kan asatra wo man fenkala so ngalong aboko almami be diamu kanne
No,
mela moy kan.
Okay.
Even for wrong.
Wo Sidinya ning fa Bakari Tombong woli min ki jang mobe wolonne bari na politiko be nyameng fonga senayandi pour wo sifal ye buno bankoto because ibajela wo sifal ning tomboniro ketanu janni iba fula ha nganyinu approve le o yeta parliament systemo nyanta tarala je menube vetla kafo nyinde I good character history soto o anene man fenke miya lonko ay bankola luatinya bake because itel fulo be yeminke niya jube aboko kudeta lem because banko be kafuta ye mo elek iko nyinne mun nganyinne tambindi ite mo kiliya fo hani wote kela andu wote kalila jang anu woman na kalijan yalo ni dula dolem wom kudeta so what sifal inyante ke mutake sorong bari because na systemo fendi je miya lonko abenyin sifal ke ban fan pour ibuka public office soto
Okay,
maybe for 10 years or so.
So yalong ye kuma fojang iko wo mo sifal yande ke muta ye sorong wala wol manyana tarala front line fangoto public office manyana occupy because wo kudeta aldi bari
na jerin dingoto
hayla jerni oto bar sai mi ye wol sindi wo place oto iteni wo bakankil na di Suleiman fo
na be kankilin bari na mantara kankilin pour ay wol tombo because personally I've always nawol opposed no not itil as a person but ila ke barol ani ila fo barol nte man son wala andung nte kunkilin damma ni barobe lamoy kannung ate wol tombonna bari kom entel ngalo na politiko ngafo no nyameng is like jama ekadunje not because il lafta ka banko samba nyato il lafta molla yirwala ila fansung anin kunkilin nafa wole yesije because na tara banko la nafa lem ite munyato nkolti ite yaje minuketa because adama barota fola atemalong min transpirata from the point ya elect as president elect fo ya atata Senegal fo anata murunan minuketa wo banko be ateta fola amalong o amaje nintilem de hanin ninna broda nimbota bakilin fakilin ilota banko be yewo fo is like iteman not only tena personal progress bari banko la yirwa because na tara duaning sadaman jabenu banko be malalale maybe adama barote kala nun je sai so jumale wo sabu he ajame ko la sidi njay aning fa bagay tombon jata because itelle lota ka fo mobe nyinde kala baroy ma electiono nyi man fe bala fo molle bota banta inata ye mol mako ye sembentiya kairo nata si banko kan ite nata ita ye sembota ya dungol bulu abuko ite ika mol jalaile e juduta molla imam mol bunya because gambianol jelle borita no wo wato kono musu jumale yalon ko konol le belano konol tinyata because kija faro miye muta mo jamal mi yalon ko ila nafulol tinyata wo wati ndingol kono wo be asonda munela nying la kuma kangola anun ala ke barol so sai ni yewo naati yewo tabbindi yake mo fulat o mo foloti mingi sembo soto na luwa bungoto woye mune min ite la fansu nafa yewole jube e mam banko la nafa jube e mam banko la tenkungo jube.
Thanks. So I like your honesty, but me and Batandi Nkokonte Mbamiraga Almame. Okay, maybe in the Senano Janga Kudo for honey more be mam lame, but more killing for la bemuela. But saying Fuarol Mimmango access to the sign. Terikafo, Mimbe caring thing, Suleiman. For in the first place, for a becaring the bam political, Mimbe Gambia, Nyonya Kono Gibe, wala Terikafo. Jamalum jamati jamale badingu mu jamati jamale teri mu jamati because womu fana mu kuleti mi alonko aka impact sambanang community kana wala fuarol ka batawo kono bakele almame yamara woba kering Gambia la bang komi nyonya kono jibe wala teri kafo wala nyoba indi kafo.
No, a baby kering ne Mustapha a baby Gambia janne bari niya fo fuaro Gambia be mu fuarolti maybe killing fulas wole bulo futate kom wale bulo
but almame ni wofo na ni wofo hani wofo dobi yanka jakale miat nanka jakale because nkaje kodi façon because karamba nene nga bakachala coming kodi façon minka fili wodula karamba toure malum fayal ne nagu jurun ko ni anin kodi façon minka kasara je nin kodo min toka fo wodulato anin kodo min kana wo banko kan to nyalom fo ara so tarano jele but almame malo I don't get it.
No ya Mustapha ibe ku fulale ka kuma fulale fo banko la fuare ya banko nyaton kul wolle o sabu nimbe tonya fola wole mu tonyati wole ma tanim floti
okay
ka fuko fanan banko fuaro le siata beti nim kumu banko tu mtol bebe fuare yalto
fuaro
yes. Lafta fatam ni lafta fatam fansiro kela wo mo façon fulole dolbe je domandimbe bulle mol minuka munta ko na broda Suleiman maybe domandimbe bulle anita fango Mustapha aninte fango bari min siata mo beti fengo fennete wol bulu bari lafta murra rong kacha Suleiman yemin fo sign na tara nga kol jube nga tariko jube ni be bola nying marar sangara ringoto minka ke luwal fanan ka falling puru wo mo fasongolu ani wo ku jawolu ite keno la kotenke nga moy le bring TRRC banta ye fenko ye angale kango fo e ko never again e ko muk ate kela kotenke bari luwalu minu benun Yaya Jammeh bulu ay banko maranu nyamen alawo mara sangara ringo wolwal lebe banko kan hanibi wolwal minu nyanta ka deda wol fango luwaye jalayle bari wolwal man soto Gambia parce que ni wolwal soto tanung Suleiman ye min foteng mota folefa because ite be borlale image fenke former interior minister Ousmane Sonko abe bulo kono parce que luwal be laring dunia kono ka foko ni nyin ku façon ke yake dunia daoda ni futatan to liya jang be kiti lale be kiti o kuntule temal so wala dina kumata politiko sai anyanta tala o karolla na loi betol soto na loi sahari ngol soto fayatina mol minu ka tinyaro ke mol minu ka banko la kodo ta ya pisir pasar ya Mumbai wolu luwale be lale kan jane commissiono ay wole fanan banke
bari yalong almame wo manke problem te pro loi lay kam bari ka fannami nka chodi roke dame na wolon teri ka fo nyindi nyonya kono jibe because tanin loi momuta Okay, ndeko Sulemane ko sol ki suma jarbad la also. Let's work on that. So what teri kafuya mimbije wo fananka impact sotole cool can decision making
no
kan.
aka impact sotole bari Mustapha ante kam mimfo fongata wo karola drong because ngajele komanto nying dindingol ila o saya ay banko be sunna nying acute kidney infection mansa kunda lota ye kiskiroke wo kola ye minube nu wo place o nyaton ko ka ye bay bari nkamin fodron nin luwa betol sotota banko kan luwal min ya lonko inin na dino inin tonya be ku killing ku jama isa bondinole kanyin teri ka fo minu fo ani monya nyonya ko no jube on a wobe jele hani bi andu abe continuer la le pour ka taraje bari ya iba moy kanne America ila president o min bota je ibe o fana iba ya sambale tata fo atodu atodu crime atata crime ya charge minna atata fo malum fo tanani lembang fo tan worowla no tan kononto ya ay luwa jala karol minu bela atata fo todo tan kononto so nka fo ele drong nin luwal be caring ku jama asi isi songa la birin ya Jammeh Bojang barna bota jan drong luwa binale ay low ko karde atele be nyinke kan nun jang nim fengo fen futara la office to drong aka nyin teri kafole na feje aka badi yale na feje aka si fatam fansole na feje nyin kumol nyanta ka fo bari alwal fana nyanta ka safe min na safe ta fa pareta asike nga nyato ko soto mi yalonko ani wolwale bita parce que nyin politique façon min jamano kam na man la loi kan mol be ka wole fo ka fo ha
malo Suleiman so aramanyo je mo nga de malo wolwal jamal lebe dadala jamal lebe mako la pour que wolwal ke luwalti. Where do we start?
Yalong sign ni na député bungo jube ma fo kende malti jede bari ete bulu controversy la because for instance ni ya jube ko nyimutol mansakundai minu dila momo social media moti je mi yalon ko aye support bari itel damma inata kafu yela on WhatsApp groupol ke ka foko wo manke fenti inyanta tala bari ite moli sindije ni mol ko man la fi nyinna ite manyana sonna wala bari député je mi yalon ko enteta tala so ibele yata so ibele kafuta so ni wo sifal keta wo mol ites lala ko wolbe luwa kendol kela mi yalon ko wo luwal be jalailale so until sa nyanta min kela wolem as a people nyanta ka diam nimbe tombondiro kela sama kotenke nga mol vet nge jube mi yalon ko iman karandama bari ila karakter nge crossing e jube nyinde afania fo adatije tapaleya adatije amansila katonya fo o amansila katonya fo moye mo sifal nyanda ka wolle tambindi not only mansaya fo okay ndebe party karito nganyine nati al carte file altel mol ntel lebe carte file ntel leba fola hani mansula nyinna sulata nyinna andun te carte file moye because nabe party killing amanke mo kendeti akarango man jamfa amanke mo tilingoti mol malong anything come like community service come like before I na plaso nyini whether ate abed sabatirin dame mol makoy let's say every weekend stibitoni dimaso I ta fengol tombon silokan mi yalon ko be noring o ning molbe bataring sayklo babulu ati mol sambano lopitano to o marseo to o ke baringol ke mako mol sa sute wola ko nyinde abe sabatiri jang akanyin community service ke so wo nyanta place o diala because a lafta na tundo yetanyato because abe lorin tundo la kuoto so wo sifal niye tombong yeke nyaton kolti definitely balon na ko hinu ibe doku kendo kelaje especially dibite bungolto bari for instance saying almami kalwal mimfo yemira niye wo pas sidinja o fa bakari tombong be wol support la leba ni sembo be buluje be bilo falale o bilote tambila so ningawol diamol si kumasi fo mola fahamol yirwata andu yalon ko nyinde politiko inte carte di la mola mi yalon ko alafta fan nafala alafta ate laf kunkiling la yirwa anin nafa de carte di la wala ye carte di mola mi yalon ko tundo be la nafa anin na yirwa abe lorin wol kamma andon abe wole kala ye carte di wala whether be la party or not because yalon ko wona sita dibite bundato abe lua kendol dadala andung aba make sola hani executive nying iba holla accountable so executive nying ta korov nola bari ni wo manke wote tanola but jama e baje la mol president wato election wato sita mol be funti carte fay ni député la election wato sita mol sa fo nyimman kumaya ndedita carte fay la nyinti o ndata politiko ni manta carte fay woto ibe molbe carte fay la mi alon ko imanke mo kendede so wolle be sila député bungoto so wolbe luwal kendo dadala nyaadile
yeah akumata bari ha I think fenne be lakrinja mimmo civic education ti almame and then coming almame kana relax jang coming jamu kacha dulalde ni I feel ko Suleiman bamin fokan you can interject or come in anytime isa sono hakilo la jera also coming
no Suleiman mu termal tide nga kafnyo yake sanji mwani fen komanto de sanji tan sabafa
I was ile
so nganyo lombakele bari mbe kacha bunda min to teng ntol fanan sa im futara alfa yato le abeti ata dron pour nga tonya fu nyoye andu wotonya wodron ne be banko wasala wole banko fanan sambala nyato because nteman la fi pour politiko ke modia moti ka foko ntebe Mustapha le noma wala mbenna kafnyoma Suleiman nimmintara karambu wala jamano kilim mbe wala noma politiko nyanta ay tambi wala nyanta landila silol le kamia lonko hannin tolteje en sama na dimbaya anin badingol iba nafa jelale parce que ni ajiben bankol min kamunta ko Ghana anin Senegal hanni ye dolole min hanni nyale mata ibukata politiko la karola na tara imanke molti mi alonko Suleiman ya fo nyame imam mol nafa ila karango man jamfa imanke mo tilindingoti ibuka tonya fo hanni nyale mata ibuka oke kabirin 1992 kana fo bi Ghana momo keta politicien oti je dunia le fa oke krimbas mol le kela kumo fo parce que minuka ke politicien olte hani mbadingol jang Senegal fana ila politicien olu itata dawda dunia kono diamuta ye idunta ko kuto mol nyaka bo fele barin tolla politiko on sontale mo kensengol mol min ya lon ko man fengo fenke ila dunia baluoto apart from kamolu doya wala kata ibe kafula sembotiol ma kamol mantoro ka kafu lungolo o mo fasongol lebe sawarlim politiko to hanni badingol ni nata ko dabe dunna politiko kanata politiko to politiko man betea amanke ku betoti so niya je nyingia Jammeh la mansaya meta Gambia Gambian Jammeh fo minu be atol minu be num bantare wo diamo fango aka keno wolto bari jang momo be la diba ibela wani ndingo kono wala ibela kona ndingo to ibe lori nje mote mota moyla ibe min fola so wayatinale mo façon dole kana politiko to wolle ka politiko ta ikafo ha carrière politiko nole parce que ala yanda tamo anin kuma kensem fo wole mala politiko ti anin bumbay bambalo bari ka fuko banku doku wolem wala ka
so saying akamul ne ko almame ni nga understand saying politiko comme ba min foka mulun tele ko mul kana depends ni non comme ñinen de dollar ko de ñinen dollar lo yena ye ku kende ke eman ku kende ke Gambia la politiko saying wolom hanni ator ni be mollen na danko doite ite la jibo ka fa
yes bari ntolle fanan sonta wala parce que ntol dol nga jubenne bring falingo keta ko hani komanto nka diamunun nka saferol ke nka ta radio to wala television to mbe nkata kol ke kanne pour ka loi fasa because ntol garanta loi la karola nga do ko ke na banko bari nata je ko ni daman kafu politiko to pour wi lafta falingo mi na banko kan abe kole alale parce que molu minu be siring politique kunkoto ini la jikole kataje andu pareta ko belela pour ka je ko Mustapha wala Suleiman minsi na fenko na IGP mako no bang wala sin na interior ministry mako no bang wote dunna parce que na dunta je abe toñale tamandila parce que na dunta je abatinna le mobe bita sila kilingol la silo mi yalonko luwaye wole bambu so wo politique façon o nimma o bondi jang banko titano ñaato andu jannimbe o bondi lo jang ñin kacha façon ol ay janjam banko kan ntol mo façon ol fanan dae kafu politique oto nkana son mo kensengol mo furingol woliyena ko to lebe na banko sambala ñaato wo man na kala kuti mi yalonko nyosa bo fa nyanta tarla jele ite momo e dimbaya soto sai iba katala la dindi ngota karamoto iba katala na sobayata ayta university iba katala hanna sa keno fay ay PhD soto wolbe mu kulati mi yalonko taman sero lem dolbe laftale pour na nyato eta ayirwa ni e demandingo soto iba husul la daoda i lafte fanan yebo fa la cordato e fan sun corda soto bari niya juben karo bela ning effort minka ke at personal level ni tata mansakunda ka mbeka kafundiro ke damen ibuka jeje ni futata je drong jama minube me place be marari minubulu sako place santo placeol ibe nyakono jube ngolla ibe kafunyo ma fasalla wala ibe si fasalla minube mu kulati mi yalonko anyanta kakacha andu anyanta ay bonna politiko to andun tol drone si o keno parce que nimman fan dunde politiko to mba fola ha député bungoto minube je ka fo ñaari sur wa counto samba tane wu degen so waxtaan bi dafa important rek pour ñun ñëpp ñu déggu ci rek ñu déggu ne dégala ku mel ni Sidia Jatta nekkoon na ci néegi député bi ku mel ni Halifa Sallah nekkoon na ci néegi député te foguma ne
oops Gambia network
Ajaratu Ndeye welcome
yes Ndeye welcome
yeah
Gambia network bi am na problem well okay Ndeye almame natale again I think Gambia lo maybe an incoming call on for network lumba almame ikamwel
yeah nkemo
yes
nka fole dronko you know fo nga song politiko abe alhalo minto sai nga song minu ya believe ko politiko si betea nole asi banko sambano nyato parce que nga jele signol Senegal Ghana wolu ani hani Cape Verde wolu saying e bambantale ko mansakunda ni man do ko ke ibe bondi la carte fayola bara doyata nyawonya wala siyata nyawonya atatambila sanji tanna ila mansayala so ñunu be mu kulati mi ya lonko ngamira taman ser beto lemu andum
mi ya lonko dol fara nyanda o simfal sifal tala Gambia kodi
definitely
okay abaraka thanks ndey butung nsebule fanan nakacha kono na the topic title be moy wolom politic of coming kay bulanyola kanyonen kanyo la palaso bindi wala katarajubo fe wala political mialongo among ideas soto performance tije values tije ndey nyimu fennete mialongo silanda warata bake it's scary. It's scary to be fair because kule keke minni alonko nga fonu njane coming almame yafo Sidin Jai people like the like of Sidin Jai ning Pambakari Tombong Jata nyol wol sifal coming yemim fo purwole saram nyato as a role model wala sample olti o mamera wo mutaman se candidate although Suleiman aka min support pari atela support nya ning tonya fonada aka tonya fo Suleiman Jeng so ndey malong itala jeroto nying politiko kabulanyola kanyoneng yamera fo ase bono le
Tanko mbalbe kontona mbe almami fanan kontona
almami midday malo falde na middala ba almami midday
exchange
no social media kanyo moyle social media kan
yeah yes mbe almami kontona mba jiala jamano la program
alkalo ndelam alkalo tijang almami
Almami, yes. And sorry, nga football camp lesoto macho so sign mbota jeten na.
No, moy. Well done.
Yeah.
Jumale
kori may win. You win le fo.
You win le bi fa.
Oh. Take heart.
Bi new kalem dal. So mu assistant trainer leti bari bi wakay company.
Can I give up?
Yeah, company le so mbafala Suleiman fanay mba konton na mbafala happy birthday alama
happy birthday son
thank you
he's 28 today 28 now yeah
yes preseno bida yes ngala kachira mo ile kabrimbe sela na so silokan mbala moy kan bari nte lafta nga tada men fo nga jube musifa politique wala be Gambia because nimbe ya jube politique jamale be Gambia me bi mento then sina understand be wo elevate la nyaadi anyanta fali na nyame because political membe jang bi wala muko nimu MPPT isi doko soto political membe Gambia ni mantara parti kono ni mantara dula kono ibuka dunno system kono political membe Gambia fanan doko aman soto do ko soto munto mol fana yaaje ko politiko kono le mo politique si faale be kering ni be politiko kono isi tariya ye nafulo soto isi tariya ye ke naful titi isi tariya ye fen soto isi tariya ye plaso soto katu do ko man soto politiko membe Gambia wala mu ko ni sita man la fi Suleiman la wala man la fi almami la ngasi nga kuma jawba safaya nga be fo nga landi an Gambia no le blo kosi kato wala nyanta kala man la fi almel man la fi almami la man la fi Suleiman la bebe agre blo kosi ya be janjang mol bu kasi ka fo ko fantete nyi janjan na because ni nga janjang mba gena amplify la le kato be man la fi nyim politique si fala politiko membe Gambia wala mu ko nga systemo politiko soto le mealon ko mosi si ay suñaroke ya accuse corruption wala ay ko kurungol beke ñi banko kono ya ta ya ku fa e senea ya londi ko ha ñile mala député woti wala ñine mala kansulati wala ñine mala president woti o sifa politiko wala be dang ando sifa politiko wala ñanta falinna ninko politic of personal attack ye finti katu politiko ma elevate ayeta ay futa dulato me yalonko nka isusle diamu kuol membe kerim banko kono batal membe kerim banko kono in fact Gambia anene mam futa dulato fo problem wol membe siaring nyim banko kono mota fola politician kilinta fola nyim banko kono imang isu soto ebe men diamu la nyim banko kono katu banko tata le fo mbukasu teno Gambia dingol me fanjeje Gambian dingol me fanje politiko kono Gambian dingol me fanje mansakunda kono Gambian dingol man ifanje Gambia kono so mota folante ko imang isu soto ebe men diamu funga wuli nga elevate and I'm happy Almami Bojang okay Suleiman Bojang Almami is here on his personal on a personal level not politic but important tale politician or fana yela simfata yela sidulata yela lodulata in terms of elevating politic diamo kacha discussion to the issue level ngalon ko nyin ndi role ni personal ibuka be banno because hanin to la no wejang last week len ninna the party I call racist party nila leader be sonkola and alamol in answer they were attacking that was personal it was racist but it was personal akatara jele bari niya level o elevate nga samba ko party ila party handlers melia lonko ila supporter soul ila media institutional melia lonko ito ya da de to la ma fo mo be siri ila konde Jobarteh be siri ala Facebook abe mol nenna that is different but momo ila handle melia lonko ye tole use je politician on nyanta lola le control soto je fanan domande ya seneyandi demanding ya cool jube ya because it cut across ni data YouTube inde wotu mo mol ka fele ko musol le ka Gambian musol ka tara nyone na be da Facebook ni data YouTube kewal nendi robe keka molbe nyone na molbe duna mola alfal kono molbe duna mola kabilol kono molbe duna labongo YouTube fango ibu kala fila tala fanka Gambia fango jube because ni bomen ya jube aka filtale AI ka Gambia fango be nati ni yalla moy fonka fele ko is this the Gambia I am so politico for politician or yela simpata yela lodulalta because ndolno politico men on Gambia de kuluta politico men kono politic of issues lenka ka issues leta banko batata mol batata banko tinyata banko mantara tala sain fongo ngamira nim politic of personal attack ayatina le fong mbe siri mbe nyaayele kan baro is mansakunda kata dictatorship because I ni ku fo mansakunda le ke kumande le ko ke question ya Jammeh ya date wala nya ikadi amule afoko kari nga sambana ngi ninka ni tata ni protesta ide abre ka ko ka question dam male nga question nga bula ya date wala nya andum baje kan but because me focus rinko politic of tribe politic of divide and rule ka politician or fango divide politic of insult me siri na focus be woleto fo banko fela kamur andum be wulla one day na sidoro ngaje ko be dictatorship kon katu Senegal is a good example isi system o beke ya bedada asi akata one leader aya be janja andum bindo dole to ngamen kele ngamen sinde be nyanta sila la nga ujube an ko kilin lafta jannim mba bannaje wolem ko ngelafta nga ko kilin fanam falin katu ni mosita ako ay kufo mansakuna ika fale ko imu UDP leti ne kudo fo may manyindol fibo MPP ko UDP ko imu MPP leti fonga wo politiko falin na tarantinga memfo ay UDP le sembentu ya woto den tonya be jema fangon na MPP sembentu ay jebe abeji woto tonya be jema so fa bade nin ko ketay ba fale ko ha bari UDP yake non janne because mo manchi mo tewo falinna because ko mo dole yake fonga si nga wo be bonde nga elevate nga issue solta ni dia because bankola issues corruption be kering ko dol be mankering mol malo membe kering mol be fala Gambia ni be social media ni afo molka fo ene ko ha social media le wala na kaaje but nene maje the level of more fai coming announce social media nene maje bring social media more that time. So we are losing people more be fakan and young people amanke ke balde young people on kawleta around. So di adiamu jama ku jama de nyanta men diam la so ndela ta ni ngawo falling wole be nying politic of personal attack then the role.
I think I'll agree with you on the aspect ko yemim for like political leader soul inyantela handler soul inyanta some element of control soto la wol la come anything because nteka mem for jama ni jammela wato ni cool kita isa for jammelem ngafo maybe jamme ama kalamuta o adati je bari ni wotata fa futata in the public domain woto aketala responsibility pour ay wuli publicly asafo nyinde ikafo na tobi je bari ma kalamuta malong andu mbe kisikisiro kila momo mi yalon ko ayake mba mutala nga samba luwa nyati ngola pour asafan seneyandi. So anenema okay. So because I'm okay, so I part of responsibility ta wo ke barola because among a fan distant from wo ke barola or kumakangola. So what could still happen on the baro, it could still happen on the dabo and in other political parties all. So bari purka for ye misalo mi yitandi ni ku for baroma o mansa kundala ike kumandi kweksonin na. I can tell you for free. Baro nene mang IGP call ka for kari kumandi ya kwekson o kari kumandi ya in interrogate. So menuka ke police will sometimes it will ke ila ke baro la maybe because ilafta baro yaje ko nyinube dokola o nyinube tenna. So jama telle kanna mansa ke abenyame. Because Mbenga on 2016, Kabrim Baro Nata, quite frankly, Mbenga Baroje, he wasn't ready, pour even go beyond 3 years. So, imol nata ya sembentu ya, ye siloli tandala, anata, a hanyita, a comfortable ta, and tambita 3 years la. Draft constitution o nyin nata. Cool ketaje, there was an element me dabo nying I dabo affect no and on dabo tata Star FM ako ni galma wo bondi wo constitution on nying UDP would vote against it. Gal tata wo bondi baro fanan la moliaje ko ala second time ning gal ko wo be retro malum for best la. So baro fanan man song wala first time on yinte tala. So ala mol fanan inata kawokele. So ibaje la nyin ku sifal mol ka ku damma clean neje. Bari mbe nyanta understand na ko banko nying is not UDP, banko nying is not NPP, banko nying is not GDC. Is Gambia. Ima name after any political party la. So ni kuka keje mbe nyanta ni dabo kono wobe otekela mol nyanta fola ha okay ni wo manke sang ala bondi nyindo fana ala bondi make so ali agreement soto ko yeta anyanta tala nyame.
Yeah, Suleiman, agree tai kamem foko mbele nyanta nyinjubela andung mbele responsibility soto jang. But mang agree dame wole muko nyi kumandi role ko baro mamba kalama ndeman la fi sonna wala
no ma kalama de e man la moy ngamin fo nko as a leader isi cool ke itoyala asatara ima kalamuta bari natata to the public domain it becomes your responsibility pour ka fundi ka fo alkanyi minke o alkafo ndati je andu mayamar ye fandistanje momo miya ke yewo sambalul wa nyati limola. That's what I said. But baro I call I have
misunderstood it from that point because because member tara caring sign and back to ngamenfo Jammeh starta wolenya And another thing for now, going back to this
CDC wole fo kabrata ata ker fatu ako Barrow has all the instruments Jammeh can use no. So it's up to Barrow to use those instruments or not. So indirectly in ngaji nyameng, he was inciting Barrow to use those instruments. Jammeh can use no.
Okay. Suleiman, you see, that's where I want to come. I agree ko but what is your responsibility, your individual responsibility to Gambia? Gambia no le Barrow Cindy J. Gambia no le Barrow elect, Imam Suleiman elect, Imam Almami elect, Imam Mustapha elect. Ye Barrow le J, ikaye ko, sainga vodle asita. Munemu Barrow from a personal responsibility. Every leader, you have a personal responsibility to the people who put you there. So jail left because Jawara la time. Nteka moile o time to dini ba kafalo ko Jawara fa ba habe buga de way nit ñu ko top. Ba fenke fana nata ya Jammeh man president mo member dal wole ya Jawara. Barrow fana nata is the same thing. Muntu malen to la leaders will be hold accountable for their own act. I
think that is very telling about us as a people. Because it ain't for Jammeh. No, but can you Dromang? It have for Ninko Wahene, Diu Bonodwai, Niko, Nim Andala. Man Hamnane as a person, Hamga Mota at the beginning, then you want it. So Buge elect a leader, a politician, Danko Waravet. Not anybody nga dem si marché bi rek dajé mom si bunti marché bi jël ko ne ko ki moy suma candidate. Politicians si dañ leen wara vet, especially president bi or national assembly members ak mayors ñom ñep dañ leen wara vet, set sen education, sen character and sen contribution to the community before ñu elect leen. Because yow community bi xamuñ la musulo dimbale ken si community bi, yow party bi jël la rek because party bi dafa am doole ñu ne kii lañ bëgg ñu taxawal la yow soo taxawee foofu def musuloo def dara for the community. Obviously yow doo fa dem nga am the opportunity pour defal community bi, ñoom seen boppa lañ fa nekka. Misaal bi ma joxe mooy ne is like am na ñu nekka si MPP o xam nga MPP elect na leen o UDP ñoo xam ne xëy na soo leen seete o levels rek lañ am, xëy na dañ yàgga Europe ñëw fii after ñu dellu foofu xam nga toogaat ñu jël leen xam nga ne leen xaaral ñu def kii suñ candidate o henna borom neku fa anything mu ngi taxawaalu ñu hinna kii is a strong supporter of Barrow xam nga mu ngi wax mu ngi yuuxu fii mu ngi def ni ñu ne nañ ko jël ñu tegal ko o henna mu ngi support Dabo dafay saaga nit ñi di def dara gaay jël ko taxawal ko mu nekk seen MPP. waaye su fekkee ne vet nañ borom ñu gis ne kii is of a sound character, kii contribute na immensely for the community for 5 or 6 years or 10 years, koku soko defee an MP koku dina continue to work for that community. While somebody ko hamne henna su añee du reer o su ndewoye du añ nga jël koku MP ñu ko fay xaalis bu bari yaa ngi ko jox moto bu ay 3 million koku loo ko wax dema nga baax. So leader bi tamit president bi tamit noonu la nit nañ somebody ko hamne you are not a hustler. Understand? Bugun president hustler ko hamne danga ñëw nga enrich sa bopa. Danga wara nekk ay candidate bo hamne am nga a substantial am nga living. Mun nga afford sa bopa even without sa salary as a president. Am nga a good history. You know, yaa ngi contribute or gis nañ ne yaa ngi taxaw si mbir réew mi yaa ngi def li not just yaa ngi bokk ay political party political executive member nga. Sa contribution towards national development war nañoo gëstu yooyu yëpp gis sa education.
Okay, comme sol li nga wax noonu. Suleiman Kamin Futending Almame. Woto, I like to think political party leaders all. Imamare fanaye news ro nyin ko kono.
No, man, don't forget all leaders then have responsibility towards improving nakala to the political culture. Politics then you dañ ko def foog ne dañ foog ne liggéey la wala profession la du benn ci yooyu. Politics is always about leadership. Leadership nag comme ni ko Ndeye waxee rek dafa important rek pour every time nga demonstrate your lan mooy sa values lan mooy sa vision pour society bi because soo ko seetee ba seet wax naa fi ci gannaaw ne Ghana ak Sierra Leone ak Nigeria ak Sénégal ñoom for the last so many decades seen political class bi dafa am benn quality buñ dee am ñoom most of the time dañ ko dee spend on ideas of naka la ñoo yóbboo seen dëkk ci kanam whether vet nañ la wala vetuñ la yow dangaa dem foofu with your ideas gis nañ ko tamit in the West ku mel ni President Obama amutoon anything going for him why because of ideas am ak vision am mu ngi mënoon a defeat
Obama was working with his community. Obama was supporting his community, just not like an ordinary party.
No, I'm not saying he's an ordinary person. My point be ma make mooy ne gis nga su fekkee ne the whole space dañ ko populate with ñoo xam ne they are not ordinary people. It becomes very easy sax pour nga vet because even so defee mistake like Americans in the case of Donald Trump nga isi ko xam ne is unknown, untested, in fact is a crook, is a rapist, is all of those things. Di nga am institutional support yoo xam ne dina prevent yenn excesses yi ñun nag suñ politics ba tey foofu la nekk level boobu noonu Obama bi moo start politics he was a constitutional law lecturer, he was working for a human rights law firm. Before mu dem ci loolu yëpp he was working as a community organizer but still mu ngi nekk a member of the Democratic Party. First am na benn election am dafa run sax he lost. I'm just trying to explain ne ñun fii niñ gisee politics ne when elections are coming dafa am ñu am doole so ñooñu nga war a either àndal wala waruloo àndal ñooñu and then you find yourself in office either unprepared or even without any vision or any ideas. So you spend all your time di jéem a try ne da nga attack Suleiman Jeng wala da nga attack Ndeye wala Mustapha. So at the end of the day, what is important for ñun suñ generation because ñun ñëpp ñu ngi egga ci that level. We are having kids who are even going to be politically active or already politically active. The important thing mooy rek ñu focus on the ideas yi nga xam ne mun nañoo is a transformation of our society because man I really don't care for this personalizing of political office or making law specifically for Ousainou Darboe or Adama Barrow or anybody like that. Man ideas yi ma foog ne mooy mun a help Gambia mu change from this desperately poor country situation the ideas yi nga xam ne try nañ ko yeneen place dox nañ place like Mauritius, place like Botswana, place like Singapore of course yii yëpp dafa nekk yoo xam ne soo toogee bu baax a baax as a Gambian, as an ordinary person, you are not even interested in politics. Nga xool rek the economic dimension of poverty ak dispossession ak wretchedness bi nga xam ne moo nekk suñ fii di nga mun a gis ay solutions yoo xam ne with collaboration ak partnership di nga mun a change a lot of things because ñu bari dañ am this mistaken impression ne you have to be in the government to be a leader or to be effective. That is a zero-sum game of politics in my humble opinion. Dama dee gis every year dañ dee am this diaspora meeting at the Kairaba Jawara International Conference Center, but previously Kairaba Hotel lañ ko daan defee fu ñoo explainer ne diaspora of the Gambia close to $1 billion like they remit from 721 or 712 million dollars officially. Loolu la Gambian diaspora bi they remit. While loolu as soon as it gets into the economy, it just moves out again because almost the whole of the economy of the Gambia mu ngi in the grips of non-Gambians. There is no government policy, there is no political party position on empowering Gambians. So at the end of the day, economic power amuñ ci dara. And these are all responsibilities of our individual leaders, our individual citizens, our political leaders across the board. ñoo war a nekk ci façon project yi. And some of us, li tax ñu dugg ci politics, mooy ne dañ feel ne this kind of projects, in fact, moo gën a important than party affiliation or party association. Because, like I said, when we had this last presidential election, I don't know, 18 people wanted to be president. Nobody understand someone like the lead counsel, 3 months to a presidential election, your singer declares a candidature. I mean, it is unbelievable that somebody can be that.
What makes it unbelievable, Almami?
Because that is a fool's errand. You find 2 main established parties and 3-4 other well-known established parties in the race, and you expect that within 3 months you are going to turn Gambia around? That is, I mean, for me, that is, I mean, that is one political misadventure too far. What I'm trying to get at is that we can be influential.
So ko seetloo because comme li ma waxoon rek, a lot of them dañ feel ne politic is a business wherein they can come in and get rich quick. That Rastaman, xam naka la tudda, mënuma remember. Yow yaa ngi dem nga ne presidential candidate ak sot ak yooyu. Mënuma understand. So many other li nga wax. Out of the blue, yow naka nga war a ñëwee rek nga ne yow da ngaa nekk president and people will vote for you. Because liñ gomoon ne time coalition bi other political leaders yi, party leaders yi, biñ ñëwee ku nekk dañ leen jox ministerial position. So foog naa ne ñoom technically that's what I'm assuming. Dañ foogoon ne suñ formé seen political party ñu contest, xëy na suñ losee Barrow dina leen invite jox leen position or things like that. Waaye da ngaa gis ne tamit talking about the diaspora, même 1 minute ndey, seen contribution. Jammeh dafa xam ne diaspora Gambian si am nañ potentials pour ñëw xam nga mun a lead country bi, mun a make changes bi. Moo tax mu ba Gambian diaspora si from holding political position or contesting for political position. Barrow tamit ñëw na expectoon nañ ne na coalition government bi would look into that, ñu change loolu xam nga ñu franchise diaspora Gambian si, waaye ñoom it ñu ngi fa toog. So da nga gis ne is like xam nga waxuma ne you know ñi nekk in the Gambia amuñ the quality or the potential to lead that country or to effect the changes, waaye amuñ ene bi. If I'm honest, ñi fa nekk amuñ ene bi pour bring about the changes that we want to see in the Gambia. The only changes that would come is like diaspora Gambian si, because ñoom am na yàgg nañ fi, gis nañ changes bi, dëkk nañ fi, te xam nañ naka la ñoo yóbboo seen réew mi. So people like Ndeye suñ leen franchise kooku dem foofu jox ko an opportunity mu nekk président, obviously expectuñ ne Ndeye dina toog mu act like Barrow or Jammeh. Waaye loolu du mun a xew because suñ constitution bi allow ko pour mu taxaw.
No loolu change na nag Mohamed loolu ma ne Mohamed sax Souleymane loolu change na léegi. Bakary Dabo and some others dem nañ Supreme Court bi declare na ne loolu is unconstitutional. So the fact of the matter is that the IEC ñoom as an institution ñoom ñoo fail the diaspora, ñoom ñoo fail Gambians. And this is also deliberate because Mr. Njai has no business in his 80s being the chairman of the IEC in the 21st century.
So are you saying a Gambian?
Because
are you saying like a Gambian, for example, British Gambian, munna dem tahaw for the presidential election?
Well,
okay.
Supreme Court may more decide, Lulu. Do man. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, well, institutionally, these changes need to be taken to their logical conclusion, especially diaspora voting. It has nothing to do with the new constitution that was rejected. This Supreme Court decision is as good as any other law of the Gambia that any Gambian who is qualified to vote should be registered, and he should be able, or she should be able, to stand for elections and vote in elections, no matter where he or she is ordinarily resident. So it is very important, even the people ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo dem court to have that declaration, they are not working overtime pour make sure ne the fruit of their judgment ñu ngi ko enjoy, because lii mooy, this is the other challenge biñ am as Gambians. Suñ institution si nga xam ne moom lañ establish pour ñu make sure ne démocratie bi njëriñ na ñëpp, they are dysfunctional. Most of the time dañoo nekk foofu rek jënd ay moto yu ees nekk di dem ci radio programmes yi, really du ñoo def loo xam ne dina mun a yóbbu dëkk bi ci kanam ba pare ñu ngi leen seetaan. This is the tragedy of Gambia. Naka la IEC bi war a mun a accepter somebody in his 80s. Constitutionally, there is no position. Even the judiciary at 75 danga war a retire. Everywhere for them ci àddina si, these are statutory retirement age dafa am. Yeah, you can go and contest political office su la neexee. Why? These are some of the things yoo xam ne we need to talk about them. And when you talk about it, it's not that you have something against Ali Momar Njai.
So Mamon Njai is not qualified to be in that position. Is that what you're saying?
When you say qualified, that, not like as in experience, but age.
Yeah, I think to come back.
No,
No, I'm just trying to explain that we have institutions you have established by law to ensure our democratic promise be fulfilled. For example, Auditor General, everybody is praising him because he is just doing his job. He is just bringing to the public space what the Constitution and what the Act has mandated him to do. At the same time, the IEC is not doing its job. Man, since 2020, Manko wa nini. Manelan diaspora voting is not going to happen because the IEC is not interested in making it happen. With technology at your back, you can work this out like this. But if you expect that people in Norway are going to take a ballot, what is it called, a marble, and put it in a box and it makes this keleng sound, I mean, that is not going to happen. But you have Gambians with their passport, and the passport has all their details. You're Suleiman, you are a security man. Lolo, you just need to go and visit that database and start having specific numbers. Now, this is the Jobarteh's number, and you can create that into a voter's card wherever she is with her personal ID. She can even vote there. Why all of these things are not even being discussed? Simply because the people who are in charge of it just do not care. Even when they have a court decision to implement, they conveniently flout it, and they come up with a million excuses.
Well, so who is to be blamed for that? Who is to be blamed, Almame? Who is to be blamed for that?
I don't do blame games. I just try to explain where we are, because blame games is not helpful to anybody.
To be honest, Ben, I would say awareness contribute because man for instance, man how more if you are a Gambian, you got citizenship elsewhere, you can still stand and contest for the presidency, or you can be registered to vote, because the impression I'm on more in a constitution be the new Bahrain because of Jammeh, and they've not ratified that. What I mean, you mentioned Nyom Dabo, Bibi Dabo, them am that judgment. Why it's like Nyom come am judgment, but what are they doing to ensure judgment bobu come into fruition?
I think to respond to that actually, because I've been part of that process. Gambia House have been engaged in this process.
Okay.
throughout before the presidential election, there was series of meetings, Gambia House, MSDG, and then the Right to Know, which is Nyambakari and others who have done the judgment, went to court. We had meetings, and throughout the process, even Parliament, they invited us for a meeting, and that was digital. We connected with Parliament to discuss this whole process. Everything was okay. MSDG did all the work, even in terms of logistics of diaspora voting. See different countries, the logistic, everything was drawn, everything was ready. It was just IAC to implement, but then again, IAC was throwing the ball to the Foreign Affairs threw the ball to Minister of Justice. So we spent a whole 2 good years chasing until election. We were about to, and in fact, what was sad, they made us believe everything we never agree on. The Ramun to stop the diaspora to vote, because at one point, Justice Minister we had meetings, and then moved over the law. Everything was debunked, clear, put aside. We cleared that. One time, Mambure, that time was finance, Halis Amut, you clear that. Then you know the IAC. Then you know what in the Foreign Affairs, you know what a fixed thing. Then MSDG knew all the logistics. They came with all the logistics and even willing to sponsor at least 1 or 2 if they need that human resource to be diaspora. I was part of that process to the last minute. And then last minute, they just play games with us because Amunton issues, they agree meetings, many meetings like we had lots of meetings, do parliamentarians, do Minister of Justice, do Minister of Foreign Affairs, do IAC throughout the process. And MSDG was working with them like more close, step to step, because we see Nyom are flexible to deal with the government because, of course, knowing the way the diaspora, sometimes these things irritate us. So Nyom don't deal with them directly. You talk about election, was it a month or I don't know, 2 weeks? IEC just knew we had the election down. Well, I'm meeting to conclude everything to the last cell. We call them a meeting, you door tension, you door the rise. Because there was a whole team, Gambia House, MSDG, Right to Know. We came together to really get this thing implemented. It didn't happen. Lots of time wasted, resources, everything. But everything was available. Logistics was available. And I remember even some of them.
What was their reason? Why did they say it was not going to happen?
At first, they were saying no money. We went back to the meeting with Foreign Affairs back and forth. That was not true. Then last minute, they said capacity. We tried to get them back and said the capacity is there. Diaspora people are willing to help. In fact, the time of the conversation was on. There were people contacting us that they have experience in electoral monitoring, in the diaspora, and they're willing to give their support. They disappeared. You call them and they are busy with election or something, they cannot come there. That until everything, we decided to say, okay, this is not going to happen. The way we see things, you see, government therefore by the forestry efforts if they are not interested.
I think here, if we have the institutions in place, then you want to use institutions to empower us, because so faking it could be making that judgment, making an effort very last minute. Yes. You should have used one of the institutions, take ban institution and you want to use either the judiciary or the courts to make sure that this thing is implemented. Suleiman, because already
Suleiman, wait a minute there. Which institution are you going to use? So like institutions here betray. Which one? Tell me. Not justice, not foreign affairs, not IAC. Like Makan guys, don't forget it. You can see diaspora, but then you also company see that. You get also business, and we feed on that and feed Gambia on that. So we have a life. We have our kids. We spend our time. Go and ask Right to Know. Gray Johnson,
Nana Gray Johnson.
All this. We were all in this team. Can them like so let's say Justice Department betray. So let's say Ministry of Foreign betray. IAC they say it's a last resort. So let me tell you, but what I want to say is that there's a lot of things that are happening. Maybe people don't know that these things happen. Diaspora has been doing a lot to help this government, and I am a witness to it. We do this every day. Do electricity supply in the Gambia. Do fishery supply in fishing in the Gambia? Do anything to do with institutional support in the Gambia? All these things go in vain. And these things, they are money and time, because we live in the diaspora. Everything is money and time. But then they frustrate. And honestly, there's how far you can go. Imagine last hours to the election, you disappear. And then make yourself so busy that we can't even reach you. And then tension, of course, tension don't remount. We agitated, and thanks to Professor Jibril Fall, who is so calm, and MSDG, they took over to chase them up, because we are giving up with all the resources and time we spend. So there's this honesty, and I agree with Mami on this project base. If we don't change this politic and make politic an environment, or even people getting this position based on political interests, then we are not going to get the job done.
I think the best option, my diaspora, then you want them in great numbers, you start vying for these public offices, because if we don't, we leave it at the hands of these people, nothing is going to change. Because doing change system, soon get involved, even if UDP should take over from NPP, is the same thing that is going to happen. Because need system be mu change, and we need to, entrench, change system be strengthening institutions, because likely to talwa. So for institutions in Neke, it would hold whoever is there. Dina check, dina len hold accountable, dina ensure they've done the right thing. Why this cockroaches or whatever Jammeh len call they're not gonna do anything.
But that is why the government did want to focus on reforming because like right now in Norway, the Norwegian government work on the Africa strategy, and they call us for our input as Gambia House. And in fact, we kept on hammering the issue of institutional support, because we said all this money coming to Africa, all this money you said there, if the institutions are not functioning, I'm not benefiting, because if I them the Sena. You know where I'm getting institutions too strong. I'm getting this, and them different institutions trying to get these bilaterals and things. In fact, the one we got this year is the Minister of Fisheries. We managed to get the bilateral, but we try to get those. So we are saying that the institutional support, because when they call us to Parliament, we went to the Norwegian Parliament. We told institutional support and diaspora support, and build and capacity of the diaspora to be able to go beyond just sending remittance, but to invest, because Norway has invested lots of money in entrepreneurs in this country after the COVID, because they foresee challenges. Why don't we have similar things? Institutions also soon they want to help to build them up and make them sustainable. Even politics, we started discussing, because we realizing that the politics is so nasty. Norway has this culture. The IOF, the Labour Party, they have a camp every summer. Party, they take them to IF. Mota Breivik, no one the rain, follow them rain, because that is where the grooming is. In the summer. From all the generation of politicians, lectures. Serious. And we've been having discussion with them, trying to see how do we, get similar thing in the Gambia. But from there, they nurture that whole thing. Mother swing president right now. Them not twice Munta win election, because why? He came from the extreme upper class. He had lots of money, lots of wealth inherited from his family. The Labour Party, they are saying that it's the workers' party, so he cannot be leading that party. It took him 2 consecutive elections to adjust and adopt to be able to win an election to work here, because it's the consciousness level of the people. So if we look into those things, projects, politicians who want to talk about election, rally campaign, there should be projects going on. Build the cadre, build the supporters, build the base of the people, and the young people in the whole. Look, where Ukraine here? We have flowers, we have all these things. There are 10 halen, 1 million, for new big. Can opposition parties can they not do that as well? Simple project.
Okay. Banal Monday, Almame is supporting an opposition party. Almame, share your thoughts.
No, I mean, Linde Wahni is true because Amga Averi is an ecosystem as well as a community. Because if you don't have these institutions working full throttle, you bury the rear. Mungewa about these summer camps. This year, most of the schools, senior schools, like the international schools, then summer school. So the kids go back to classrooms and classroom activities. Why how Madahamgen officers mess bineka fale kotu. They have a big swimming pool there, and a lot of kids are learning to swim. So these are things you're hamne, life skills you're hamne nyun Gambians. Those of us nyunga hamne nyungi judo, along the river or around the Banjul area, we learn to swim in very dangerous waters. Why these are all activities in never help the citizens to be prepared. Now, political parties, nyom sen bopa across the board. I think then some ideological staleness, including Mansuma own party, because manama phone approaches then you want to change, pour new modernize, new institutionalize one parties beyond the founding leadership, beyond the succeeding leadership, because so set as in history, political parties from Sadauda to Sirif Diba to Hassan Musa Kamara, all of them died with their parties, basically.
I think Wahona Leafy, and then it didn't go down well with most, especially Sagai, UDP, Bamba, and others. Because Mandama believe party.
Suleiman, the point I'm trying to make is let us reach out to the ideas in am a transformation. Because if you don't have the time for that, whenever I'm talking politics, I talk about nation building. I don't have time for personal opinion or ma pounds my chest leave. What I believe more progressive. Anybody ko hamne yangi on a progressive agenda, whether yangi Gambia or yangi Norway or America, is extremely important. We live in there. Wow.
Yeah, internet is hacking.
Internet is hacking. I think I want the incoming call or internet will.
NBP nyo nega di ko hack.
No, well, there was no incoming call. Amanda guy nyo madeglu nyo haranyo. No, just nega di hack sa internet we. Organizations across the board. Across the board, they need a renewal. They need a restatement of their vision, because we were in local government for a very long time. This time around, Tamid, we have the plurality of votes. The biggest four local government areas went to the UDP. Why even our performance, even though it's generally very good, I think if at all we were serious in originating bigger and better projects across this space from Banjul to Jara Soma, I think you could have witnessed a real new Gambia. So local government, there are still opportunities. Sufekene Munanyo twin with these successful economies like the Nordic model, because nobody gets the Nordic model is better than the American, is better than the Chinese, is better than the British system, because government doesn't need revenues, but it needs also productivity on a wide scale, so that everybody can contribute to that revenue stream. So these kind of ideas, up to now, for Nane, all our political parties are going to be struggling to be functional and effective when elections are out. from to the next election cycle, we have 3 years. What are we planning to do between now and then? For one, the diaspora to vote. 2, to have a constitution that all Gambians can rally behind. 3, to change the profile of this country, because we have become a second-hand country every day. Containers, second-hand rubbish stuff, things you have discard. So, you can make a junkyard in the sea of opportunities and plenty. So, them in Senegal, you get trains, you get planes, you get highways, you get solar energy, you get you can always get that if at all you have the institutions that are strong enough for you welcome land, manage land responsibly. So this is what our politics should be about. This kind of performance, this kind of self-check, as well as self-evaluation and critical evaluation. Because most of the time, low line pareuta def pour wahante dega ne to transform our country, we have to create the institutions we need. Not spend all our time waiting for projects, waiting for others to tell us, oh, here is this, you will have this today. What we need really more this kind of forum on a national level to talk honestly to each other. But if you have nothing to offer on a forum like this, you will want to attack Almami Taal. Oh, that guy is this or that guy is that. So what are you left with? Insults, and that's all you have to offer. So I think that our institutions can do better, and we can also create the institutions we need for the transformation that we have been fighting for the last 50 years.
I think, to be quite honest, I did say during the last presidential election, I said UDP and campaign machinery is really strong and powerful. So they just need to augment and Bopa a little bit, and then control on the other outlets. And once they do that, they've got the strongest campaign machinery, especially on the social media, than any other party I can see in the Gambia at the moment.
No,
Why,
I mean, we had the best messages. We had
not the best messages. You got the best campaign machinery, but not the best message.
Well, I thought our 5-point agenda was transformational. I mean, I don't agree. We even the campaign, at the tail end of it, Mr. Dabo fell down, and within a week or so, we were supposed to have elections, and there are many factors going back. Why, the reason why I am here today is really to see if we can really go back to basics and have a more purposeful politics.
We'll push you to come to NPP and help do the transformation. We can work together better in NPP than UDP.
Yeah, but I think that...
all right. I didn't know that you were NPP. Honestly, I didn't know that.
Suleiman is open NPP.
All right. I mean, I didn't know that.
Oh.
Now you know.
Yeah, no, but I was just saying that it's really, I think I agree with Almami and what Suleiman is saying, the institutionalization of political parties to be able to build structures, because you don't need to be in government to implement some of your ideas, because UDP has a strong base. Just taking UDP as an example, not just, but because MPP, they're my auntie, but UDP. Because you have the people, you have the human resource, is to be able to build up small little projects. And UDP, in fact, have something that I don't think none of the parties have. You have a strong diaspora diaspora voters who have so much resources that are sitting in them that could be tapped on even to be able to implement small projects. There is unemployment. Your followers, majorities are young.
When it comes to education, their members are more educated and they've got very.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that even the platforms, you are surprised that the platform are not even. The platform that have UDP on them are not even utilized to bring those brains in
ideas
every second there's an issue in the Gambia you need to take up. Every second there's an issue, there's a scandal, there's something happening that you expect a reaction and you don't get it. But this is generally because if we transform the political space, we transform the political institutions, we build the institutions properly, we will change this politic of attacks, personal attacks, they will disappear because that's the only way we can create it.
Yes. No, I just wanted to say, because I think Day is making a very important point. And this is how I see it. You see, we cannot also be doing reactive politics. We cannot be reacting to events or actions or comments or statements like that. I think to a large extent, this has really has derailed our own agenda. Because what I'm hoping for is that we would become more proactive with a very clear vision into the future. Let's take, for example, diaspora voting. What do we need to do to make it happen before 2026? This is one item that is universally needed, welcome, encouraged, whether it's the MSG or is any of our development partners. So how do we, day one today until 2026, how are we going to work on diaspora voting? Of course, in concert with the diaspora, in concert with our international development partners, so that the way the diaspora is going to vote is not going to mirror the way Gambians are going to vote. So if we wait until elections are very close by, a lot of things will start popping up and everybody would be trying to put out these fires, because that is the politics that we seem to be very good at. If Mohamed Jeng says something about UDP or against Ousainou Darboe, everybody on all the platforms just come after him. You know, for me, I don't think that is a very very effective use of our intellectual firepower. What really we need is to have very clear lines and very simple lines that, okay, this is where we are going on this issue. Of course, you are going to have headwinds here and there, but the reacting to things, I think, has contributed a lot in creating this stalemate that is in the Gambia at the moment. And we really need
I think
to
what Day is trying to say, is not just being reactionary, but reacting to issues and discussing them, taking them to a level wherein it would reach everybody and people would be aware. Let's say, for example, you spoke about that 66 kids who died out from that syrup imported from India. We talk about it for a bit and then all of a sudden we are quiet. We spoke about the bridge, renting it out to a private company, for a week, and then nobody spoke about it now. So these are things that I think Day is picking up, and I want to agree with her. We need to talk about them.
And I think Suleiman, it really makes my point. That's the point.
Yeah.
Because this is reactions are short-lived. They cannot take the place of a clear vision.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, in March this year, our youth wing went on a peaceful protest for the first time in the Gambia against corruption.
Wow.
We came up with a very powerful petition. It's now 6-7 months after that petition. Nothing came out of it. Nobody is following up on it. On our own, we came up with the idea. We sought the permit. We got the permit. We went on this protest, the youth wing of the party. Just the other day, I was reminding the president of the youth wing. My point is that if you have a clear vision, obviously you will have to react to issues. But your vision must be your guide. It must be the way leading you. Who are going to be your allies? Who are going to be your partners? This is how you start building a community that can be ready for transformation. Like I said, I mean, when the 2021 election was coming, Bibi Darboe's party, they joined the UDP. So did this lady, what's her name, Marisol. they all said that, okay, we are going to make common cause with the UDP. Thereafter, there is no election. We all went our separate ways. Well, the other day we had Mr. Esafal talking about the possibility of building up a new coalition, for the 2026 election. We are talking about 2026 as if all the work that is necessary to make 2026 a success for real have been done, and it has not been. That's the point I'm making. Let us commit to doing things, not based on reacting to what others are going to throw our way, but on a clear vision that can really make a difference in the long run.
I think that's the comment one of the viewers is on about. I think that's very clear now. From now then ships torop, a lot of English we're speaking today for some reason, but that's fine. It's okay. Let me know my Suleiman. What to be done now? We've just got about 15 minutes together for the next program. Problem is here. Help. Why? How do we How do we resolve this, Suleiman?
Safaral ko sima gis-gis bu ndaw safaral ko mooy ñu gën a di waxtaan si li ñu bañ a jos waxte ñu bàyyi ko ëllëg xam nga like li Taal wax ñu amee vision boo xam ne lii dañ koy toppa ba suñ doomi jël ko suñ seeti jël ko xam nga mu continuer dëkk bi war a change ba pare war nañoo am nekk di pursue things like Linde wa because man bim ko waxee maa ngi doon xalaat ndax dañ leen war a yóbbuwaat si code bi ne lii was an agreement all these facilities have been made available for them waaye the last minute gars yi bañ ak almaami li mu waa gars yi xam nga demonstrate nañ against corruption so buñ organize rek as UDP because corruption ñëpp la affect nañ invite other people from other parties ñu ñëw support leen xam nga gars yi make sure ne follow nañ ko ba ñu gis something is done because so defee benn demonstration da nga seen petition gars yi defuñ dara you need to go and follow up you need to chase it because soo leen bàyyee just like that they're not gonna do anything dañ ko faa bàyyi rek teg ko xëy na gars yi duñ ñëwaat so but if you keep persistent nga consist on this thing nga xam ne these people they mean business and they are not going to rest until ñu gis something is done about it because ñi fa nekk they're not serious people they're taking us for granted and then we need to make that effort to change it to make them understand that we are serious and we mean business even if it means us having these tents at the gate of State House New Fafanan every day until this thing happens we would still be there so that is the only way they can change these things because dofuñ ne jàppale ñu ne dañoo ñëw di rey nit ñi no they're not gonna do that we've gone beyond that stage why waruñoo toog tamit ñu wax rek ñu bàyyi we need to insist we need to be consistent and persistent you put more pressure on them so that these changes can happen ba pare diaspora bi I think war nañoo door di dem ñu register ñu make sure ñu participate in a large numbers in the next 2026 election because now I'm nañ the opportunity for them vote at contest we need to go and do it because suñ ko bàyyee ñi fa nekkaat nothing is going to happen system bi would never change because ñoom duñ change system bi because xam nañ ne suñ change system bi loolu daf leen a am nga disempower am nga daf leen a dañoo lose all the privileges ñu am so they would do whatever they can to make sure ne am nga system bi change and it is only us that can make that system change and suñ toogee fii di wax rek it's not going to happen we need to go and make sure ne we take part and so it changes.
Being it to win, be part of it. Almame Solen Amelu Melnono, anytime. Send me an invitation. We will be there to empower that. Law Hamne is going to because man lugena am solo man more civic education. We need proper civic education. We need to educate our people, especially those at the grassroots level.
No, why Mustapha? Then I'm a National Council for Civic Education. Mungfi for the last 28 years. It's a constitutional office. waaye man mënuma understand lan la ñoo educate nit ñi ndax su fekkee ne am nañ good educational system da ngaa gis ne during the summer xale yi dinañ am activities nañ am programmes because ñu ngi si 21st century bi so li ñoo use tools yi need ak naka la ñoo mun a entertainer ak naka la ñoo prepare suñu xale yi yooyu yëpp mu ngi si suñ biir culture bi so dañ war a invest si loolu at private level at the state level at the regional level nga xam ne dafa nekk loo xam ne it would be truly an African renaissance because the Senegalais dañ leen dee gis fii during the summer holidays.
Xam nga the problem with that my almame mooy a lot of people in the Gambia they're scared and worried of like dañoo ñàkk suñ place yi suma defee lii dama ñàkk suma position mi ak yi demee noonu.
No ma ne li ma wax noonu naka la place bi tudda officers mess foofu ñu ngi fa am swimming pool you pay pour nga dem foofu noonu and not every family can afford
lu ma mean ci xam nga civic education bu ma wax ni xam nga lu ma mean mooy civic education side of it like yow nga jóg and then you come out and tell people ne yi fi naxaate bi dafa war a jeex yi fi lii bi dafa xam nga to educate people about
loolu civic education loolu politique la my bro loolu moom du civic education am na institution bu ko war a def waaye li ma wax rek dama bëggoon I was just expanding ne suñ education system bi ci boppam war naa am components yoo xam ne daf ñoo dafa prepare suñ doom yi educationally ak politically nga xam ne as it by the time ñu egga foofu dinañ mun a xamee kan mooy naxaate wala kan moo dul naxaate xëy na sax bi ñoo nekk ay high school dinañ am clubs yoo xam ne NPP club lañ wala UDP club lañ wala doy club lañ because doy in their early days ñun bi ñoo nekk xaleel amoon nañ school sax ñu ngi ko tuddee ñaakoy it was a very good school because Sam Sara kii yëpp senior teachers lañ my point mooy ne rek
lu ma mean ci civic education bi xam nga politique bi tam you can educate people about politics understand nga ma way because
loolu la doy doon def all these years de may
waaw loolu la moo tax ma ne civic education moo tax the civic education side boo xam ne that's the aspect bu ma wax about civic education like the civic education side of so ne like you want to tell the people ne nim mol nata ni if people come to you and tell you jola ma sen karta na len ligéyal sen li bi tell them the money is coming from here defal len li the next thing I'll do this educate them about the politics how things are going not to like that sort of smartness so-called politicians are playing with the poor people that's the bit ni ma xamne campaign bu mel nonu harama jihal harama danel campaign bu mel nonu like if you are campaigning to say we are representing the Gambia to educate Gambians about this side of it, being the youths, being the NPP, being Suleiman Jeng, let me know. We will be part of that fully. Anything Gambian.
No, yalon coming for wrong, Mustapha. Coming for yalon nitara karantato. Iko nyimu Al-Quran hafisolti. Ika Al-Quran obele long. So Al-Quran e mimbe fo nite o fahamu mamira nyanta tala karanta doto wala nita ta yela bachelor's degree soto o karan kono abe ko bele be tarlaje so ni mol nata election wato wala politique wato ibe kumol fole abe fela bakele pour ka yirinka pour ka tame ka lonko nyimbe kuma kensem folla ngam fon na karandulalu ani na karambungolu wol be nyanta kafula nyin kotole ka jeko ni be dindi ngo karandila a nyanta ka ake no ba kono nyamen a nyanta o lonnale a nyanta lonnale kodo ka masakunda ka kodo soto nyaadile a nyanta ko ku jamaale lonna birabe karandula parce que na pare ta wota kamunta iba pare ndikane pour ayta ay dun doku dulato na futata doku dulato kol kata nyamen fana a nyanta o fana karanna le faya tanka so ngamin fo nying civic education amu kuleti miyalon ko jaribe dunia kono drong i nyanta tar la potole nim politicien on nata ba fole ko ha mbe karandi le nyine la mbe karandi le nyine wo mu kule kumaleti miyalon ko isa moy ko politicien on le ka nyimfo bari ni nga na dulalu nge deda sakon na kafolu kafu balu minu be loring nga kuol ke je mi yalon ko dindingo bira dinding ni munat na ka dindingo samba kata karamala because ka fo hakilo ka dia o wato le na si nka si nyamen ka kuol ke nyamen asabe faham asabe long nin tata nung ni kase boyo ke nung na banta sa rewolto ika dindingol ika ku jamale foeje pour jannibe kala mukala foti isi kol bondi nyokono so nka fo karola dron ko
okay, that's fine.
Na office
So
lemu na dula lemu
lafta min fola nka sembenduya sinya koteng nalbakela coming Gambia, you know, safero ken dol fanaye mbe mfanamba panela pour ka wo sembenduya
no with pleasure bari ntebe ba fo kan nung silo minna wala mu nyinti drong ko ku jamale ka fo na fota kandi kando to drong nga nyinala wala nga landi karala
no I think li Mustapha di wax moy so le na organize programme si nga wax ko so that mu ñew cover ko I think that's what you're trying to say, Mustapha. I think
they send invitations, mom. They send invitation. Why? Man, lima bugona degeral Rex Suleiman. Moine, politic bi nek fi. You bare ci dañ leen wara sega bu baax.
Wow.
Be pare understand ne ñun ñoko mëna change. Because lima wax ni civic education, Halifa Sallah ak Syria, loolu lañ fi nek for 35 years. So
okay, let me ask you, Halifa Axidia, your sister, your thoughts. You think was it truthful?
It was, absolutely.
So why did you not support them? Luther Dolande support. Why did you not support them? Join them. Why did you not join them?
Initially, I was supporting them. Why the Magisne Sen program has not been bought by Gambians?
You think?
But not putting Almami on the spot. Yeah, if Almami put on the spot, but let them put a call.
No. I'm happy to respond.
Yeah. Ning Almami
we want to be in authority.
Okay.
And I don't think it's a priority for ñom. Ñom dal. Ñom dañ bëggona jangal nit ñi rek.
So ñom duñ win. Mota yow buglo ci boka.
I don't think it's about ñom duñ win. I think doy ñom dañ ñew pour en nit ñi. Because man suma mas gi ak ñu bari.
Yeah.
Sen xam nga match wise ci politics gannaaw yalla doy la. Understand nga? So ñooñu jàngal through Foroya newspaper ñooñu jàngal through seen cassette yi xam nga time boobu dañ dee defar cassette audio cassette di ko jaay in different languages ba pare dañ leen daan invite ñu ñëw xam nga joxe lectures I remember invite on Fatoumata Tambajang fekk time boobu mu ngi nekk Women's Bureau ma invite Siaka Sonko current minister bi I think he was a police commander at the time ma invite Halifa Sallah ak Dr. Ojiambo from UN. So they came at the college time bobu ma nekkoon secretary bi. So biñ ñëwee foofu I think Jenu Mane yal na ko yàlla yére moo nekkoon principal bi. The next morning daf ma oo président bi mu ne lu tax ma invite Halifa ak Dr. Ojiambo from UN ak gars yi pour ñu war a ñëw waxtaan ak students yi. So da nga gis ne nit ki man li ma gëm daal su fekkee ne yow feel nga li nga def jégdiwut luwaa bi amuloo dara looy ragal so yow yaa ngi mention ne xen na gars yi su ñëwee du ñëw wax leen ne xen na seen job ak yooyu non waxuñ ne nga dem di wax baro lii baro la o government bi lii o government create a topic of discussion boo xam ne di nga invite various people ñoo xam ne am nañ different opinions or ideas ñu ñëw ñu share ko together because da nga gis body boobu from Women's Bureau nga am the police nga am Halifa politician nga am someone from the international community ñu ñëw talk about something loo xam ne dafa relate to xam nga a future of the youth in the Gambia especially teachers yi or nurses yi or agriculturists yi So daf lena empower. These are things you learn and then daf la help. So summer classes, I remember dañ nga amoon UEP dañ ko amoon with this St. Mary's University. Summer seen students yi dañ dee ñëw foofu ñu am summer classes dañ dee dem like demoon nañ Faraba study about mangroves. Musuma woon xam ne mangroves yaa ngi Faraba. But these are things we all learn. So suñ ko defee da nga gis ne xam nga summer classes yi mun nañ ko organize. So mun nga invite henna bul invite Ousseynou Dabo bul invite Baro. Mun nga invite Almami Taal, mun nga invite Magic Njai, mun nga invite MC Cham Junior. Xam nga gaay ñëw ñu waxtaan xale yi. So ku nekk joxe perspective ne xam nga xale yi laajte leen question. So dañoo learn these things. Waaye suñ ko politicize rek xam nga daf dee create problem. Waaye I think lii is very important. Xam nga.
am na solo jërëjëf. Okay, Ndeye. Bamba felende Bamba inimbara. We need to pay a fine. Suleiman wahalamom. Sol wahalamom.
Mane last minute man la. Hamga soko baye hell. Anytime we have a political topic to discuss, Bamba daf de excuse bopam, daf de ragalanyo. Hama ñom Taal ñoko kona ñu ne ko so waxe affaire politique fofu dañ la sanction. So that they find an excuse to run away. Why not John de Mua?
Anyway, lafta no men for kon angry turning almama ni Suleiman ka men for because Ntola Jang is very easy because Gambian thing I remember what time on Tolka we used to call it I think first I can command in civic education school also and after another for government. What time on Tolka will lesson and then ngalo saying I don't think abe exit because Darren Jang from the kindergarten level, it can groom into understanding the system, the government, the politics. If I go primary school level, it can engage in the real politics. For example, ning election from a benala, it can in group you choose which political party you left then the alien debate okay. Why I choose? Well, value benyadi. Like saying we are having local government election. I have a friend who's standing for the center party, which I am not a member of, but then I'm trying to recruit my kids to join to vote for her. My son was like, I'm not gonna vote for her. I believe in environment. I will vote for the environmental party. I have nothing to do with this other party. And I tried to convince, and he was still insisting that his values, his belief is the environment. He's not gonna even support because I'm lobbying. So these are the awareness level you have in the system. But these things start from the kindergarten. Where did this conversation start with the kids, build them up, and then bring them to the high school level where they now have to deal with real politics, and then it goes over. And that's why you have this society. And I always tell people, it's not like Nil gena intelligent and totally. No, near system ojube. Honestly, we have more intelligent from so. But it because of ikakol kenyame structure benyame and new politician from a political party so le nil kije. Among the Doron government but political parties no lay like sign for even this Africa strategy Norway is doing. We are lobbying because there's a political party that believe kodo manyana tala Africa again. Nyanda sambala ifangolela Ukraine fele jang. So anung katale we can lobby cross party. Hani party yol me alonko ila komande nyenke komande racist party. Gata mol nyini me alonko little bit liberal to lobby them to join us and kick that out. So these are some of these things I agree that school only government or structuring and maybe opposition only UDP nata maybe nata government.
Yeah, for UDP binale ne.
Huh?
For Bambanyol binale.
Nata government, everything is possible because I mean the way things are going for
they have a lot of work to do for Kana in government. A lot of work.
Because opportunity may make it baro opportunity may create. Voting oppositional Jakarta, but big opportunity le barola.
Mustapha
elevate ngan discussion or elevate. When we elevate the discussion, more people will fall out. You need the role, you personal
yeah, need the role side of it. You've got nothing to offer, yeah.
So I hope I mean all of you, well, you are MPP, Suleiman MPP, you know UDP. Hope party you'll be fun revisit la, review, re-evaluate, reinvent themselves.
But Nendiro Fang Wotalata Bakele, if you compare 5 or 4 years ago and in sign, Nendiro Talata Bakele.
Yes, that's true.
But it
Okay,
doesn't
maybe
mean
Bamba, yes. Serin Fallu.
Mustapha Yalong Suleiman Najele ko Suleiman man smart. Suleiman Aman smart because two political boxes, heavyweight punchers like Alhagie Almame Fafa and Taal Nimba Mas. Yole Suleiman sandwich ibakaro be katina. So nde bala fata kuma tambadunga chance dinna mola domande si wurin dinke. Ate vela ka wuri fa ka fa. Not knowing that I balafata I dorong, I just fell for him. So relax. The much mombe futu city dulale. So barimbe program o lamo ikanne mandung. Anong almame kamembe for jang is all very relevant. Akumaya tabakel. Gambian tolu. It is high time na diningulu karandi. Puri political long because hani dino fango bukata no political koma. Na baluo generally. Nyanta kuluo dundila jela nem famma jio. Almame being my boss, ateta tarla dulato ntenga lafi puruka kuma jamaa fo. Ntenyanta ate sola sembola ka fasa ka sembentu yandi ka hanyindi ka itandala kontrol ba koma bimba koma sama. Sulemani yalo nendola Gambia ado for generally.
Iborita. Yalo ila boss kana Iborita. Nyanta kela non the first person kana ya jia.
Okay, Suleiman Madu ngebule yele kumobe fo foy.
Yalo you move lol ni tolo biya idoga jidjonale. Okay, but because wato bandale fereng I think maybe Mobe la final thoughts for and then you can share our topic title ila konoto dia bakela minti kula na kacha ko minti political nimba kala maybe ideas, values and performance wala nyanda kumala but personal attack aning ikamin fogo status dobi nying status fang almame mol member Gambia status ko ke batandi isa fogo imalon telo mu jamati ntelo mu nyenti ni dara kulli dulal to ning chabol be bulu moto chabol moto bal beta status ning palaso sometimes it gets into people's head ika farati dobi hani bika farati but imanyal kamane womu kuleti mi alongo ayin sulale ayin society sulale ayin community sulale for us to bring back the values and then molka jibe mola performance anila ideas ming ikawa for wale kumata rather than molbe nyo bayndila kensenke wala mobe kila mokan kafaye ko alkana so nyina jang wala mo famay lo aya foko because wodi amo nga mo ila fang ko abakere ne ha mansa kunna be molla kodo tinyankam molle la ko to mi alonko skype awaya sapela nak ko modo fo en call ka fanyo ko ha nyinjinde ko mansa kunna be molla kodo tinyankam molla ko le to minni alonko e manke mona famalti ni nata presidential advisor sites coming presidential advisor minni alonko e palaso create wolbije le kodi tinyango dammale be ibo kodi tinyango dronela je Perjannim bida Bamba mbak maslete la barite be ko kulli dole say your final thoughts na kacha ngoto then we let you go Bamba la futusi do enjoy Bamba
Mustapha ala baraka bake ntebe foka molu tentu ke jayi dorom programme be diareng barense hakadani me namandu juna ko be ngafale nyame mbulobe mutare yo bari Gambia alenga politics of decency encourage alenga political kuluo nga encourage bari ndolla ado fonge kuluo nim famma jiole nati ko dindingol si kebal bunya yo woto ning ayatara wala mun tolla ado ti ando muslima ya fane ya mar wala mbesa kata doron nga sembo di wala nim parti yo parti momo nata ay kuma fo me alon ka nin tolla ado manta alfa bunya la karola mbe nga wuli nga mari jalay keta parti o parti ibaje la ningo encourage doron na kol bitano len be nyomo eno la be nyo fasa no la doron fananse political fananta mandino anim famma jiyo kono kayitande control be killing bari banko limbo be ka ko lafta Gambia le tañato parti o parti nata Gambia entam nana mam parti Jammeh ka fal ko al carto fay ngalla ko do be do hani be ka fal nale carto fay me do ko kelale be bang Gambia development woto silan Gambia ntenga a dependa politician o lel bulu inin ala tema e quand même foy dato ni wala be so no mo kono ala be kitindi la la ka to molu kalela ko molla wala ne ka carto fay woto signil lonko la hidole be nin ala tema because molu yo jiko men dila o jikole atinna mol ka carte o faye isi o jikol mafa isalon ko ala be korosi kanne ala be jube kanne andu yomal kiyama enen ala be kiti o bondira nyotole ko yela hidola di Gambia di wala ila to la hidola e carte o faye mennu gagneta ani mennu man gagné be albenam because hani mennu man gagné mol mennu jikita le carte o faye wala jikole balka all the time andu all the time ikal jubele ikabulato le no may kala kuma ko le no woto Mustapha mbe Suleiman Tentula mbe wonderful sister nde Jobarteh mba Tentula mba jayila ngalon ne ko alman fafa den tali e Suleiman batandi jam baki bar walantin nabe abe amang comfortable bira inte je do barata ko babo katu borlale amalon ko ndinga tarajang almame tarajang tol mo fulo be tara ponchla barobe kamfala ko baroba fala ko ya baroba fala ko jube ba e you people ma fair maje itala radio to yenna mo bula tema ida mali ba junku na be likino bari
ndekili UDP be lo but side killing del side killing
ndolla party to mu United Democratic Party le tol we believe in democracy in ka practice la bana ndol buka pundum pandanke ka kurpeño pun na fulo junku kurpeño tol buka hoke so
bari imanya na
kabori labta pour ngebula almame farfara do mande because ninte nata ninte nga mi nga one point do you go
na broda le wotem farfara la na broda le
Inimbara Bamba, thank you. Sol, your final thoughts.
Mr.
Sol. Wow, yeah. Sol, your thoughts?
Nende lifinande at least because mom duma ko de baye as a guy UDP suma waxe am nga duñ ñeneen duñ de understand politics mom liñ de wa ñoo yaayalem so dañ ko de jël personal
ñu bari loolu lañ mëne mané ko you don't know these people the best of friends behind the scene Bamba ak Suleiman
dañ ko de jël so personal ay dama de rek waaw waaye li ñu wax la rek xam nga politics danga ko war a understand because so waxe things is like xam nga nekkul ne buguma UDP most of my friends UDP lañ understand nga te man na relationship bi ma am ak Dabo amoo ko Baro so ñu bari xamuñ loolu waaye loolu is not important li gën a am solo mooy ne rek suñ politics bi dañ ko war a yóbbu to a level boo xam ne am nga dafa am vision boo xam ne is clear for the future am nga we'll be talking about ideas dinañ respect each other's opinion comme like forum bi su ñuy waxtaan xam nga ñu share ideas su fekkee ne yow xamuloo nga déglu sa morom mu wax la nga jànga ci nga laan at least loolu daf laa develop daf laa yokka waaye yow xamuloo doo déglu ñu xam ñi ngay saaga o di wax lii di wax la loolu du la yóbbu fen du yóbbu réew mi fen because soo seetloo even loolu moo ñu yóbbuloo gannaaw because dangaa jóg di wax ñu ne waa kii is a hater fekka bañuloo kenn man Gambia bi moo ma gën a ñor Baro moo ma gën a ñor Dabo so any of them koo xam ne ñu ngi taxaw si tànka yoo xam ne dafa yaa dëkk bi dinaa taxaw ma wax si li ma mun des na nag nga déglu ma des na nga bañ maa déglu waaye at least man su ma tëddee dinaa ne alhamdulillah wax naa li ma war a wax ngir yàlla tax de ëllëg bi ñëwee because one thing I like about the social media mooy so loo fi mun a wax léegi ak loo mun a def the next 5-10 years dinañ la ko indil yëpp tegal la ko sa kanam xam nga su boobaa doo mun a weddi ne kii du man ana nga ne soo amee twin boo xam ne is identical waaye loo mun a wax ci social media bi loo mun a def is there and this would always come to haunt you so ñu bàyyi suñ xel te da nga kii maa ngi ko doon déglu tey this Lumumba something Kenyan guy mu ngi wax ne very few African head of state ñoo dee bàyyi office ñu dëkka seen dëkka xam nga side na Ghana Botswana waaye ñi si gën a bari duñ dee bugg a bàyyi because dañ ragal ne suñ bàyyee dañ leen a tëj obviously because dafa fekk li nga liggéey moo baaxut waaye su fekkee ne yow yaa ngi fa ñu ngi la def njiit nga def liggéey bi la war nga def ne li la nit ñi santa yow di nga yàkkamtee bàyyi te boo bàyyee di nga nelaw waaye soo toogee mënuloo nelaw obviously da nga xam li nga def la o li nga wax la waaye soo fa nekkee nga def lu baax soo bàyyee di nga toog Jawara Jammeh moo ko génnee toogutoon ba very late mu ñëw Jammeh ngi ni génn na Barrow tamit buguta mel noonu nga génn nga xam ne doo mën a toog sa dëkka yaa sa njaboot yëpp ngeen tungaranke so te loolu du mun a am su fekkee ne nekku liggéeyut ko moom moo war a liggéey loolu pour su génnee office mu mun a toog si dëkk bi mu bañ a tungaranke moo njabootam su ko dégloo salaam su ko déglu salaam because at least man ak suma njaboot gi dinañ fa toog duñ tungaranke waaye ana Jammeh léegi ak doole bi mu amoon yëpp tungaranke na yaayam gaañu na te xamoon Jammeh mënuta indi néew bi suul ko so nit ki soo nekkee si jamono bi war nga xam ne especially njiit dañ dee ne gan war nga xam time bi nga war a tàggoo because doo war a ñëw nga nekk gan ñu xam nga tiral la yow nga toog rek nga ne doo paak sa bagage ñibbi at least suñ la tiralee ñetti weer juróom benn at ne la fi mu nekk nii de jërë ngeen jëf xaaral ma gëstuwaat fi ma jógee woon seet so nguur tamit noonu la doo mun a nekk nguur forever so war nga xam time bi nga war a bàyyi mooy time boo xam ne nit ñaa ngi la bugga ñu ngi la respect waaye soo demee ba nit ñi nga appileen kenn faaletu la kenn defatu la nit booba kenn du la ne ñibbil dañ lay ba
kon Barrow dafa war a bàyyi léegi la
well for me for a leader dafa am time boo xam ne war nga exit office te nit ñi waruñ la ne nga bàyyi is a good time for him to leave mu make a good legacy am na 10 years after 2026 mun naa ne well du ma taxaw
kon su demee kan war a ñëw
kan moo war a ñëw I don't know waaye li ma wax rek mooy ne comme man si suma gis-gis because always daf dee wax ne bugga naa bàyyi good legacy te doo mun a bàyyi good legacy génnuloo génn bu baax legacy bu baax dafa fekk nga génn bu rafet waaye soo génn bu rafet doo fa bàyyi legacy that's my opinion.
jërëjëf so thank you Ndeye.
yaa man lu ma wax rek di jaajëfal almaami time bi mu jël pour join ñu tey si discussion bi ak di wax Suleiman ak Bamba just ñëw an di la wax jërëjëf yow tamit Mustapha for creating space bi nii nga xam ne dinañ mun a ñëw di discuss wax yi waaye man dama believe ne politique bi daal pour ñu war a change situation bi mooy ne fu ñu jaar elevate égal waxtaan yi yóbbu waxtaan yi si jafe-jafe yi yóbbu waxtaan yi si lu ñuy ñor si dëkk bi yóbbu waxtaan yi si loo xam ne moo nekk di xew si biir dëkk bi naka la ñoo doxalee naka la dëkk bi nekkee di demee naka la ñoo war a doxalee dëkk bi naka la war a doxee suñ yóbboo waxtaan yi foofu rek dina génnee politique yi xasante bi saagante bi politique yi accusante bi because discussion bi soo ko égalee rek daf te setal yeneen yu rafet yu ñaaw yi waxuma ne yëpp dina jeex because ñun dëkk bi am nañ lu ñu doy wax rek luñ war a wax rek dafa bari si dëkk bi ndox problème la si dëkk bi électricité problème la si dëkk bi tali problème la si dëkk bi lekka problème la si dëkk bi xale yi am liggéey problème la si dëkk bi jënda garab problème la si dëkk bi l'hôpital bu baax problème la si dëkk bi ñun dañ bari lu ñoo wax soo ñàkkuñ lu ñoo wax ba nga xam dañoo war a toog di saagante because dama de wane ku amul loo wax ku amul loo yokka si li ñoo wax koo koy toog di saaga ñun dañ am lu bari luñ war a def soo nañ try ñu éegal wax bi ekati ko si kaw ba pare suñ président yi man dama dee wax ne président yi Afrique man dañ ma dee fasciné parce que dama dee gis ne ñun suñ nit ñi suñ leen falee rek dañ dee gën a fresh te man dama dee gis fii suñ leen falee like suñ président bi right now Jonas Gastora biñ ko fal président mu ngi fresh on gën a lifin léegi doo ko dee xamee sa ndig màgget already doona di màgget ma ne waaye ñun suñ bos daf nekk di other way round dañ dee kawar yi dañ dee gën a ñuul sax gën a fresh gën a rafet so loolu moo la woon ban façon liggéey lañ dee def ndax ñun suñ président dañ dee liggéey parce que soo gisee coono problème yi am yëpp nga laajte ndax président yi ndax suñ président ndax suñ njiit yi ñu ngi toog di xool loolu di ko seet ndax ñu ngi koo liggéey because fii liggéey moo fi nekk moo tax suñ président yi dee kawar yëpp weex tal màgget ci saa si nga naan waaw ak Jonas Garstora nekkul ne sax président sax moo ko jox xaalis dafa jógee si borom family alel not only alel de ñu ñoo wax fortune loolu la inherit bi moo duga si very healthy fresh handsome léegi soo koy seedoo ko mën a xamee two aga about 5 times I mean just 5 years I mean just a good day 5 years I jeexagul Waji already he's just old. That amount of engagement, liggéey boobu noonu suñ njiiti dee def fii laa wax looloo manqué biir Africa ba nga xam ne suñ njiiti ma dama believe ne idleness bi ñaaka toog focus xool liggéey ñaaka engage seen yoon nekku si because kenn xoolu leen accountable man su ma toogee di xasantee Souleymane o Souleymane toog di xasantee man ñoom ñu ngi bii si électricité suñ ñibee suñ kër yi amuñ lampa amuñ ndox ndax Souleymane mooy fix loolu déedéet nguur gi moo ko war a fix suñ nañ toog di discuss wax yooyu noonu nañ xool naka la ñoo élevé ceeñee système bi nga xam ne nguur gu ñëw dina xool ne ah man de su ma defut ABC duma fi toog waaye suñ continuer discussion yi because man dama believe ne ñun suñ dëkk yi dañ create poverty dañ jël ñàkka di ko ji because di moo ñu ji ñàkka di moo ñun suñ focus nekk si leneen duñ focus sax duñ am time pour focus because kambe léegi da nga xam ne yaa am jot sax léegi la nga gis nit ko leen yéen da ngeen am jot ngeen toog fa di wax rek yéen bu leen noppaleku leen si wax yi because dañ ji ñàkka to the point ne nit ñi sax amuñ time seen time li ñoo xalaat rek naka laay eewoo suba ba dugalante ba am dara lu maa lekka so yooyu yëpp ñun ñoo mun a change loolu nga xam ne soo eewoo suba di nga am loo lekka soo demee lopitaan di nga am garab na am xaalis nga fayee sa garab te si discussion yi la ñoo ko war a defee ku nekk war nga nekk politicien ku nekk because mooy decide li ñoo def mooy tax na électricité am na because nguur gi tey ñoom ñoo amee budget bi man aw ma xaalis su ma buggee dugal électricité Gambia suma kër laa ko dugal mu em mënumaa dugal xoolof Fajara électricité aw ma ko unless nga isi company ñoom ñoo amee suñ dapaas bi dapaas boobu mooy tax ndax lekka nga ndax am nga électricité ndax am nga liggéey ndax nga li te discussion bi fa la war a nekk nañ génnee politique yi xasante bi defante bi duga si famille jàmbur yi nañ dugal politique boo xam ne moo tax ne muy génnee Gambia si noot bi mu nekk gis nañ suñ néebo si Sénégal fi yëfi ñaange ba ñaaga jóg nañ taxaw nit ñaa ngi jóg taxaw nañ xoolate suñ bopp xool nañ koo defee man loolu laay ñaan ku nekk koo xam ne dem nga ba toog ba ibi sa gémmiñ di wax loo xam ne amul dara kenn ku moo njëriñ gannaaw yow sa yow rek amul kenn ku moo njëriñ ak yaaxa laa def xoolati ko bu baax nga xool ko ndax lii njëriñ nag na njëriñ Gambia ndax na njëriñ suñ nit ñi ndax na ma njëriñ ndax na ñemee suma waa kër yi man foofu laa ko lifine ba pare politicien si xoolati seen dem
jërëjëf thanks Almame your final thoughts. Is he on mute?
He's mute.
Almame, you on mute? Yaa ngi mute.
Yes. Wow. Wana léegi gis naa ko yeah. Sorry. Ma ne gërëm rek yéen ñëpp dooree ko ci suma sister bi Ndey Jobarteh suma brother Souleymane ak Serigne Bamba Mass
Khadim Rasoul
bi tamit Mustapha definitely this is not the first time waaye di rafetlu rek waxtaan bi nga xam ne ñu ñaan yàlla rek ne njëriñ na ñi ko dégga ba pare ñu nit njëriñ na ñun suñ boppa ba pare di xiir ñëpp rek pour ñu gën a sàkku xam-xam yokka suñ leer yokka suñ yarute ba pare wax rek Gambien si yëpp ne àddina moom soo fi buggee am teranga da nga nangoo liggéey teranga àddina moom liggéey rek moo la ko jox daanele suma kaddu rek ne wax dëgg yàlla fu mu nekk kenn nekkut di ñu roba dañu war a raxas suñ xol yi ene wante lu baax loolu rek moo des Gambia suñ bos la Gambia benn la war nañ ko mun a liggéey ba réew mi naat dem ci kanam dem ci kaw.
jërëjëf Almame xam naa doo fi jég nag.
maa ngi fi de.
Bana, jërëjëf. Thank you all. Jërëjëf. Thank you all for your time, energy, and effort. Thanks. All right. Cheers. Thank you all. Bye.
Thanks.
Ebron lamarlani jiberal mobe dawada ni be watu to Skype or radio and TV services or on a local program o min kato jan jamono be danna le janne fo local nala inshallah alwa metal ba tentulam ba jeel ba mas aning ndey Jobarteh aning Sulaiman Jeng fo local nala inshallah aning alaji sedi baro alaji fanam ba tentula wala lamero kan nyintembe bari ngamira de tola yatinna Rumbe molbe tentulambe je la min yalon ko wato ta kataram fe jam molbe comments and contribution can bol fana be tentulambe je la mol min yalon ko e program o nyingsia bol fana tentulambe je la mol min yalon ko e comments can bol fana tentulambe je la butun wato en sunyin na lambe dan na janne follow kunna la inshallah kal haklo bulande ko program o nying lokunna kana sibito la program o nying kana kabo talang lulu UK time kata fo talang woro la barbi ngamol min suda jangol molle de min yalan ko yedi amono bakele so kamala be mol tentulambe je lambe la hedori la inshallah ni alemma be lokunna lambe tar la janne kana na lokun program o fe jamono min ka bonon Skype or radio and TV services dungal albadi mala Mustapha Jammeh min be sirim program o kunna possibility nala inshallah alnimbara